So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about units of measure, and at the end, we're going to show you how to do that dimensional analysis, or how to convert from one unit of measure to another unit of measure. Okay, so units of measure, you have linear measurements like feet, inches, centimeters, miles. Okay, those are all linear measurements, and they have different abbreviations. Miles is usually abbreviated MI. Okay, meters, that's another linear measurement. It's abbreviated M. Okay, then you have square measurements. Square measurements, like say you want to find, you're going to put carpet down and you have a room that's 5 feet by, I don't know, 10 feet. So we say that's 50 feet squared or square feet, okay? Sometimes you'll see it written SQFT, but your book is going to use that exponent notation. It doesn't mean you square the 50. It's a unit of measure. It's square feet. That's how you're measuring something. You go down to Home Depot and you want to buy carpet, they're going to sell it by the square foot, okay? So that's important to remember when you're working with some of these units. Or you could have square inches or square miles. Those would all be measurements of a flat, like rectangle space. I mean, you can have areas of circles and things like that, but it's an area measurement. Okay, volume measurements, those are cubic feet, cubic inches, things like that. We had that in the last video, okay? So when we're doing a volume, and we're going to have volumes of like different tanks, they're different shapes, but the measurement is in cubic feet or inches or something like that, okay? Because you have feet times feet times feet. And that's, again, it's the unit of measure. So we did an example of that earlier. Okay, now let's say you want to find, you have 30 miles per hour, but you want to know what that is in feet per second. Okay, so this is where the dimensional analysis comes in. Woo, I've said that several times and it sounds really fancy, but what we want to do is we want to take that 30 miles per hour, and we want to change that down here at the end. We want it to be feet per second. Okay, so what we can do, this is what my chemistry teacher taught me, is you set up different conversions to get there. Okay, so it's going to be with multiplication. So I'm going to think, okay, I don't want miles, right? Because I want feet. That's the linear measurement. So I want miles to be in the denominator and I want feet to be in the numerator. Well, how many feet are in a mile? That's something you either have to know or somebody's going to tell you, or you look it up, Google it. Okay, there's 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Okay, so that takes care of miles. You can see the miles here cancel with the miles here. And then I have feet in the numerator, just like I want it to be. Okay, now I don't want the hours. So how can I get rid of hours? I'm trying to get seconds, right? Okay, so I know that the 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I could start that way. That gets the hours to cancel. So the hours are out. But now I'm in minutes and I don't really want minutes. I want seconds. Well, I know something about minutes and seconds. So I want to get rid of minutes. So I put that in the numerator. And I know that the 1 isn't automatic, but I know 1 minute is 60 seconds. Okay. And then the minutes are going to cancel. I didn't do it in red. The minutes are going to cancel. And now I have, what are the units I have left? I have feet in the numerator and I have seconds in the denominator. And that's what I'm trying to get. Okay? So now what I have to do is the math. Okay, so I need to do 30 times 5,280. And then I need to divide that by 60 times 60. Okay, and then however you're going to do that. I went and got a calculator. You could do fancier stuff, but anyway, it turns out to be 44 feet per second. So if you're trying to convert from miles per hour, you could go through a system like that to get it in the units that you want. In this case, feet per second. So we're going to see some of this later on in the hydraulics examples in the textbook. Good luck.